Story 1. Echo of the Condemned: The Grand Heist at Monaco Resort. As a journalist specializing in uncovering corruption within the healthcare sector, I never expected to find myself entangled in a web of deceit and terror that extended far beyond the confines of hospitals and clinics. It all began with a tip from an anonymous source about a series of bold thefts that had taken place at the luxurious Monaco Resort, a haven for the elite seeking refuge from the chaos of the world. The first theft was shrouded in mystery, with no signs of forced entry and the stolen items seemingly vanishing into thin air. The guests whispered in hushed tones, their once carefree demeanor now tainted by fear and suspicion. I knew there was more to this story than met the eye, and I was determined to uncover the truth. As I delved deeper into the investigation, I discovered a pattern emerging. Each theft was meticulously planned, with the perpetrators leaving behind cryptic clues that only served to deepen the enigma. The authorities were baffled, unable to make sense of the intricate web of deception that surrounded the resort like a sinister cloak. One night, as I wandered the deserted halls of the Monaco Resort, a sense of unease crept over me. The air was heavy with the weight of secrets long buried, and I could feel the eyes of unseen watchers upon me. It was then that I stumbled upon a hidden passage, concealed behind a tapestry depicting a scene of opulence and excess. Curiosity getting the better of me, I ventured into the dark recesses of the passage, my footsteps echoing ominously in the silence. The walls seemed to close in around me, whispering tales of betrayal and greed that sent shivers down my spine. And then I saw it. In a hidden chamber deep beneath the resort, I beheld a sight that chilled me to the core. The stolen treasures were laid out before me, gleaming in the dim light like forbidden fruit. But it was not the riches that filled me with dread, it was the knowledge that I was not alone. A figure cloaked in shadows stood before me, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. They spoke in a voice that seemed to echo from the depths of the earth itself, revealing a tale of vengeance long overdue. The thefts were but a prelude to a greater scheme, a reckoning that would shake the foundations of the Monaco Resort to its core. As I stood frozen in terror, the figure advanced towards me, their intentions clear. In that moment, I knew that I had stumbled upon a truth far darker than I could have ever imagined. The corruption that festered within the heart of the resort had awoken a force beyond comprehension, and now it sought retribution. And as the shadows closed in around me, I realized with a sinking heart that the true horror of the Monaco Resort was not in the stolen treasures or the whispered secrets, but in the knowledge that some sins can never be erased. Vengeance, it seemed, was a dish best served cold. Anonymous Spectator Story. Story 2. Inexplicable Theft Spree at Exquisite Resort: A Tale of Greed. As I walked through the opulent halls of the exclusive resort, a sense of unease crept over me. The recent string of thefts had cast a dark shadow over what was supposed to be a paradise of luxury and relaxation. Guests whispered nervously to each other, their once carefree expressions now etched with worry. The first theft had occurred in the dead of night, when a priceless diamond necklace vanished from a display case in the lobby. The security footage showed no sign of forced entry, leaving everyone baffled as to how the thief had managed to slip in and out undetected. The second theft was even more brazen. A famous painting, rumored to be worth millions, disappeared from the resort's private art gallery. The intricate security system had been disabled, and the painting was gone without a trace. The guests were on edge, wondering who among them could be capable of such audacious acts. But it was the third theft that sent shivers down my spine. A guest reported that their entire room safe had been emptied overnight. Jewelry, cash, and important documents, all gone without a single clue as to how the thief had gained access. As the tension mounted, paranoia gripped the resort. Accusations flew, friendships crumbled, and trust evaporated like mist in the morning sun. No one felt safe anymore, not even in the confines of their luxurious accommodations. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more sinister at play. The air was heavy with greed and deception, and I couldn't help but wonder if the thefts were just a symptom of a much darker truth lurking beneath the surface. As the days passed, the once vibrant resort became a ghost of its former self. The guests moved about like shadows, their smiles forced and their eyes darting nervously at every sound. The staff whispered in hushed tones, casting suspicious glances at each other as if trying to uncover the identity of the elusive thief. And then, one fateful night, the truth was finally revealed. A long-time employee, trusted and respected by all, was caught red-handed trying to smuggle a stolen watch out of the resort. Shock and disbelief rippled through the guests and staff alike as the reality of the situation sank in. The thief's confession sent a chill down my spine. It wasn't just about the stolen goods, it was about the insatiable greed that had consumed them, driving them to betray the trust of those who had welcomed them with open arms. As I left the resort, the once beautiful facade now tainted by the darkness of human nature, I couldn't help but reflect on the final moral of this harrowing tale. In a world blinded by wealth and luxury, it is often the most trusted faces that hide the darkest intentions. Anonymous Spectator Story. Story 3. Sinister Trial at Grand Resort. 3 thefts and 1 tragic ending. As I stepped into the opulent lobby of the Grand Resort, a sense of unease washed over me. The previous thefts at luxury resorts had left a lingering fear in the air, and this place seemed to hold a dark secret within its lavish walls. The marble floors gleamed under the soft glow of chandeliers, but there was a coldness that seeped through the grandeur, sending shivers down my spine. I was drawn to the whispers of the staff, their eyes darting nervously as they spoke in hushed tones. Rumors of a sinister presence haunting the resort circulated among them, tales of shadowy figures moving in the dead of night, orchestrating the daring thefts that had plagued the establishment. I decided to delve deeper into the mystery, determined to uncover the truth behind the string of crimes that had befallen the Grand Resort. As I wandered the corridors, a sense of foreboding grew within me, each step echoing ominously in the empty hallways. One night, as I lay awake in my room, a chilling sensation crept over me. The air grew thick with an oppressive energy, and I felt as though unseen eyes were watching my every move. A sudden noise jolted me from my thoughts, a soft whisper that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. Following the sound, I found myself in a hidden chamber deep within the resort, adorned with arcane symbols and flickering candlelight. In the center of the room stood a figure cloaked in darkness, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. I realized then that the thefts were not the work of mere criminals, but a sinister ritual unfolding within the heart of the Grand Resort. The shadowy figure revealed themselves to be the mastermind behind the crimes, their voice dripping with malice as they spoke of a twisted plan to unleash chaos upon the world. As the final theft was carried out, a sense of dread settled over the resort, the air heavy with the weight of impending doom. The tragic ending came swiftly, a violent storm descending upon the Grand Resort, tearing through its once pristine facade with a ferocity that matched the darkness that lurked within. In the aftermath, the resort lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the horrors that had unfolded within its walls. The shadowy figure had vanished, leaving behind a trail of destruction and despair in their wake. As I stood amidst the wreckage, a sense of futility washed over me. The Grand Resort had become a twisted monument to the darkness that dwells within us all, a chilling reminder of the sinister forces that lurk just beyond the veil of luxury and extravagance. Anonymous Spectator Story.